let me just ask you a very simple question. Do you know of a condition called amyloidosis? Do you know of amyloidosis? Well, it's a very serious condition that has to do with an infection of the liver. And we have technical expertise here in the studio to tell us about amyloidosis and how we can live our lives in such a way that we can prevent it. So, Dr. Kweku Appiah-Kubi is here with me in the studio, and he is a senior lecturer at the C.K. Tedham Technical University, the University for Technology and Applied Sciences.
That's right.
Doc, thank you so much. It's good to have you here in the studio.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good. Look, tell me about amyloidosis and whether it is infectious or not.
Thank you. Amyloidosis is obviously a disease of public health importance. But the question you asked, very good and worth addressing. It is not an infectious disease.
Okay.
And it has to do with protein misfolding.
I see.
We have a lot of proteins in our bodies.
Very well.
And once these proteins misfold, they are not soluble.
Okay.
So they end up depositing on various organs within the body.
I see.
And these organs underperform and affect a host of systems in the body.
Wow.
Yes.
What has today's date, which is October 26th, got to do with amyloidosis?
Very interesting question there. Today, 26th October 2023, is Third World Amyloidosis Day.
Third World?
Yes,
of course.
Third
Ghana,
World.
yeah.
So clearly, we started 2020.
Yeah.
But Ghana is doing it for the first time in the world.
I see.
Yes, please.
Okay, so tell me about your institution, the C.K. Tedham, University for Technology and Applied Sciences.
That's right.
What's the relationship, or what has your institution got to do with amyloidosis and its management?
Excellent. We have a project tasked to raise awareness to support early detection and diagnosis of transthyretin amyloidosis. Transthyretin is obviously one of the proteins that is associated with misfolding. Thank you.
What is the misfolding? I want you to explain it further. Transthyretin protein misfolding in your system.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. You see, there are two main causes of misfolding of transthyretin protein.
Okay.
One has to do with old age. Another has to do with mutation of, the protein. Once there's a gene mutation, the product will not be the same as the normal one. And this leads to misfolding of the protein.
I see.
Yes.
Now
So based on this, we can put the types into two.
Okay.
Wild type, which is often associated with old age, and then also the hereditary type. The two types.
Okay, so these types, the old age, can you let us more into that, the wild type and the hereditary type? Can you explain that further, the two types here?
Yeah, as I said earlier on, transthyretin amyloidosis can be placed or grouped into two. The wild type and also the hereditary type. Even within the hereditary type, the mutation happens at some points along the line of the gene that is involved in the production of the transthyretin protein. So this is what happens. When there is a change somewhere, then that is a mutation. In West Africa, we have what we call TTRV122I. What this means here is that a valine amino acid is replaced with an isoleucine at position, along the line at position 122. The African Americans, have something to do with us.
Okay.
So they realized this particular mutation was associated with most African Americans.
I see.
And then they decided to trace to the source. So they visited West Africa and other African countries to look into the prevalence of the TTRV122I protein. And this is what they observed. 6 West African countries, including Ghana, Burkina Faso, Ivory Coast, Guinea, Nigeria, and Sierra Leone, recorded an average prevalence of 2.5%.
Wow. Interesting stuff. If you just joined us, we're still here on Prime Morning, and we're delving into the health condition called amyloidosis. And Dr. Kweku Appiah-Kubi is a senior lecturer at the C.K. Tedham University of Technology and Applied Sciences, letting us more into the prevalence of amyloidosis and what we should be doing in terms of having early detection and even possibly preventing this particular health condition. Well, in wrapping up this conversation, I would want you to tell me about diagnosis and whether we're able to diagnose here in Ghana and, for that matter, West Africa, since the prevalence is within here and has been and research has shown that
refers to with diagnosis.
Yes,
there are some challenges here.
Tell me about it.
But that is not to say we can't do much. However, we have limits to every situation. Diagnosing transthyretin amyloidosis is quite complicated because the symptom that comes with it is also associated with other diseases such as diabetes. So a patient comes to you with a condition and that's quite difficult to appreciate. You may be thinking it is diabetes or a heart condition, and yet the underlying cause is possibly deposits of insoluble proteins.
Very well. How can this be treated?
Excellent. This is the reason why we are raising awareness to promote early detection and diagnosis of the disease. Amyloidosis or transthyretin amyloidosis can be treated.
Okay, great.
However, these are the scenarios. We are looking at deposits of insoluble proteins in various parts of the body, mostly the heart, and also nerve cells. The more we have deposits, the difficulty in getting the deposits out.
I see.
As we talk, we don't have any medication to remove the deposits.
Okay.
But we have treatment in place that can reduce, as in slow down
the effect,
the misfolding of the protein.
Okay.
You see? So, the earlier, the best.
Very well. The earlier the best. Thank you so much, Doc. Dr. Kweku Appiah-Kubi is a senior lecturer at the C.K. Tedham University of Technology and Applied Sciences, giving us some massive education about amyloidosis. So, consumption of protein, we need to just watch it, live a healthy life, and just ensure that we just avoid so much of it within our system, because we've learned this morning that the deposits around certain organs of your body, especially your heart, could be very, very problematic. And as he said, there's no specific, medication to directly treat it, but then there's a system of management that can help you to just reduce the effect of amyloidosis. So more to come here on Prime Morning, and this interview will be on our social media handles so that you can go and learn more about amyloidosis. Doc, thank you so much. We really appreciate your time. Thank you so much. He is with the CK Tedham University of Technology and Applied Sciences.